contest entry for the Music Ma'am, Rachel. You say it's your birthday video. 3 questions. Very simple, so this is going to be short and sweet. My birthday is August 23rd. So, first name a musician who was born on your birthday. At least the date, not necessarily the year. That's special points. I'm not doing special points here. So I'm going to do it in my way, which I usually do. But I have 2 people in mind for musicians. This is the first one.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I will smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing, singing in the rain.
That would be Gene Kelly, the great, great singing dancer, actor Gene Kelly. Now, if you've never seen the film Sing in the Rain, that's just one of many, the great MGM musicals. So that's the one. That's the one on the lighter side. The other one, actually, the other one's not on a darker side, but the other one is on August 23rd, is the fabulous, wonderful, tempestuous drummer of The Who, Keith Moon. And I'm not going to show all my Who albums. I have every Who album, but just because, this is their first album. This is a later comp, the tempestuous Keith Moon. And probably one of the best rock and roll live albums, The Who Live at Leeds. The drumming on this album is fucking fantastic. Keith Moon was such a great drummer. I saw The Who first in 1969 when they performed Tommy at the Fillmore West. I saw him in 1973 at the Cow Palace when he passed over twice actually. A member of the audience came out and performed for a little bit. And then I saw him again, I think it was 76 or so, Winterland. So that's part 1 of August 23rd. A couple little Beatle connections, since Rachel is probably the second biggest Beatle freak in the vinyl community. Hey, she's Canadian, so you go down a notch at Beatle freaks if you're Canadian. I'm kidding. God, chill out, everyone. She's actually on the west side of Canada, on is it Victoria Island, Vancouver Island, Victoria, near there. So you're probably just 5-6 hours away from me if we could even get there. Someday we'll meet. But 2 Beatle connections. August 23rd. August 23rd was the wedding date and the anniversary that John and Cynthia Lennon, they got married on August 23rd. John and Cynthia, John's first wife, mother of Julian, and the next August 23rd Beatles connection is this album, Walls and Bridges, John Lennon. And the little notation in this book, and it says, Possessions is 9/10, Dr. Winston O'Boogie. Oh, wrong one. That's the wrong one. It says, on August 23rd, 1974, at 9 o'clock, I saw a UFO. Signed JL. So that would have been my 20th birthday. John Lennon saw a UFO on my birthday, on my 20th birthday. So we'll continue with the next question in a moment. Okay, question number 2 is a musician who died on your birthday. August 23rd, 1990, David Rose died. Who the fuck is David Rose? Well, you know the song The Stripper? Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 ba-da-da. Anyway, I don't have The Stripper, but I do have David Rose and his orchestra play More, More, More. This is an original composition by David Rose called The Runway. David Rose was a British artist who was in LA and did a lot of scores for movies, TV shows, arranger, big band leader. David Rose, most of you people have no idea, except he had that big hit in the 60s, The Stripper. Gotta just feel, but this isn't it. The other person, which I don't have any solo albums, but I wasn't sure which record to pull, was the jazz sort of another big band-ish leader of more in the 60s and 70s. Maynard Ferguson died on August 23rd as well. So there you go. And the question number 3 is, before that, I was holding this before. I was born in 1954, the year the Stratocaster guitar was invented by Leo Fender. This is not a 1954 edition. Also, 1954 was the year that Alan Freed coined the name rock and roll for, you know what type of music, right? Rock and roll, 1954. So I was born the year the Strat came out, rock and roll was invented. Not invented, I know, get all technical on me about R&B and rhythm and blues and yada, 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 but, and the Salk vaccine. So, birthday edition. Third question is records your parents turned you on to or your parents liked, as I recall. My mother did not listen to a lot of records, although we had a hi-fi. My dad had some old Respighi, Fountains of Rome, classical records, things like that, some schmaltzy stuff. But the records I remember, and these are CD reissues, this is a Rhino handmade box set of Alan Sherman. And these were records that we listened to, my parents listened to when I was a kid. And of course, there's My Son the Folk. Every Jewish household at the time, it seems to me, when I was growing up, 1961, 62, had these records. My Son the Folk Singer, so total Jewish mama, Jewish son records. My Son the Folk Singer. My Son the Celebrity. My Son the Nut. For Swingin' Livers Only. And then My Son, this is like an outtake dish, and then Alan Sherman Live. These were actually cool records, parody records in a way. Those of you younger audience who don't know who Alan Sherman was, you might say he invented the shtick that Weird Al Yankovic does, where he takes songs and does parodies and changes the lyrics all the time. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He had a lot of got a lot of radio play in a certain way, but everyone had these at home for their hi-fi, these records. This is the record that was sort of the top 40 hit when I was a kid that everyone knew, and you probably have heard it too. I could have planned this out better, but this is a famous sort of pop classical piece, and this is his version of it. And here we go right now.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a Japanese transistor radio.
That is not the right song. I'll be back after this. We had like a glitch in our control room. The producer put the wrong song on. I'll be right back. My parents and myself would play this all the time.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am at Camp Granada. Camp is very entertaining. And they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining.
Milton Bradley even made a game based on this song.
He developed poison ivy. You remember
Okay,
Leonard Skinner.
I think that's about it.
Ptomaine poisoning last night after.
The last thing I'm going to do is a little round because it just happened today. And the reason I'm connecting, because it is based on my birthday and just by coincidence. Peter Green died today, or in the last day or so. It's now the middle of July 2020. Peter Green, the great original guitar player for Fleetwood Mac. Watch the documentary. It's available on Prime, Amazon Prime. We just watched it again today. I've seen it before. It's a great documentary. And if you only think Fleetwood Mac started with Rumors or Monday and Buckingham and Nicks, you're in for a real treat. The bluesy period, especially instrumentals like Albatross, Oh Well, which is on Then Play On, but he was in the group less than 3 years through 1969, had some acid situations and some mental, but luckily he came out of it. And the one great thing about watching that documentary is he was at peace and he was happy. He was happy, and he's in the when this was made a couple years ago, this documentary. Anyway, this album, this is their Fleetwood Mac's second album. This was released on August 23rd, I believe 1968 or 69. Now I'm blanking out here. Anyway, this is obviously the great, long, tall Mick Fleetwood, but in memory of the great Peter Green, 1968 this came out. So this came out on my birthday, August 23rd, 1968. So I did not get this album 2 years later. Then Play On in 1969 was my first Fleetwood Mac album. So a little tribute now to, well, not a tribute now, but anyway, Rachel, thank you. Congratulations, and it's been a pleasure watching your videos, and you've been a great supporter of my channel, and I wish I had the ability to comment on everybody's videos like you do. You're a wonderful person, and you're a treasure here in the vinyl community. And are you getting off verklempt now? Mazzy loves you, and congratulations. Take care.